If your quest for longevity feels overwhelming, here's some good news. It starts with one simple daily habit. MitoPure gummies from Timeline. They're the first ever longevity gummies that ignite mitophagy, your body's natural anti-aging pathway. MitoPure is a clinically validated solution backed by over 15 years of research. MitoPure gummies utilize a powerful compound that redefines what's possible for your longevity. MitoPure produces the first ever urolithin A gummies that support your cellular energy so you feel strong, clear, and vibrant. Boost your cellular energy and enhance muscle strength and endurance, all without changing your diet or exercise routine. As someone who loves to stay active, I've noticed a significant boost in my workouts since I started using it. I feel stronger and more energized, and my recovery time has improved dramatically. Better recovery starts at the cellular level. For more information and to order, just go to timeline.com/Hoffman. Use coupon code Hoffman at checkout for 20% off. That's timeline.com/Hoffman for 20% off MitoPure gummies with code Hoffman. Welcome to today's Intelligent Medicine Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Ronald Hoffman. The subject is gastrointestinal health, which has ramifications for overall health, as we've so often emphasized here on Intelligent Medicine. What happens in the gut doesn't necessarily stay in the gut. That is an important meme that suggests that the balance of bacteria within our intestinal tract, our so-called microbiome, has a lot of import in terms of not just our gastrointestinal health, whether we suffer from gas, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, but also it has pervasive influences throughout the body. And today we're going to talk to an expert. We're revisiting with Jane Jansen, who's a natural and holistic practitioner who is deeply familiar with some of the options available for intestinal reestablishment. Jane is a natural and holistic practitioner at the Tree of Life Wellness Center in Massachusetts. Her background is in conventional medicine. Prior to becoming a natural and holistic practitioner, she spent years in radiology and ultrasound doing research and performing tests on patients with varying types of health problems, treating it from a conventional standpoint, but she bridged the gap to a new career in integrative medicine. And in her practice, the microbiome plays an important part. So Jane joins us today to discuss and help us roll out a new and revolutionary product that we're excited to talk about from Dr. Ohhira. Dr. Ohhira makes the product called Dr. Ohhira's Essential Formula, a product that we've been talking about literally for decades here on Intelligent Medicine, a product that I take on a daily basis, but there is a brand new product. And so to tell us about it, here's Jane Jansen. Jane, it's a pleasure having you on Intelligent Medicine. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Hoffman. Always a blast to be with you.
Indeed. So Essential Formulas, which is well known for Dr. Ohhira's probiotics, has a brand new product that we're actually very excited about, which is called Dr. Ohhira's Postbiotic Fermented Food Concentrate. So tell us a little bit about that and what is the use case for a fermented food concentrate as opposed to the capsules that we're so familiar with?
I think most people are really familiar with the Dr. Ohhira's probiotic formulas, and now they have a postbiotic fermented food concentrate. When you feed a good bacteria the prebiotics, it creates what's called the postbiotics, which are these nutrients that are micronutrients that are really beneficial for the whole body, particularly the intestinal tract, but also for inflammation. And they talk about inflammaging and particularly brain health. So it has a lot of different benefits to it. And I think people don't quite get, they kind of link the two words together, probiotic and postbiotic, but they are different. And so it's exciting is that Essential Formulas now has this postbiotic fermented food concentrate. It's revolutionary. It's a non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, capsule-free, so you don't have to swallow a capsule. It's a fermented paste that is in a sachet that harnesses 5 years of the fermentation process to deliver this new level of comprehensive digestive support, and really particularly beneficial in restoring the intestinal tract lining so that it can absorb nutrients better, but also to prevent the spilling of different nutrients or as well as toxins into the bloodstream when you have a defective lining of the intestinal tract.
So-called leaky gut syndrome.
Yes. And so this is really important for protection against inflammation again, in particularly these toxins or byproducts that can get into the circulatory system and travel throughout and create inflammation anywhere in the body, but particularly of concern is in the vascular system, the heart, as well as the brain. And so it's really important to have a balanced microbiome in order to, facilitate, again, the nutrient absorption as well as elimination of toxins that we are consuming on a regular basis.
So could we kind of think about this as kind of industrial strength essential formula, that it delivers more of the active ingredients that are in the capsules, or is it qualitatively different?
It is, I mean, it is the concentrate. It's
Hmm.
when you take the Dr. Ohhira's professional formula, it's 5 times stronger in postbiotic metabolites than just the one capsule alone of the Dr. Ohhira's professional probiotic.
Okay.
And so you're getting this concentrate, and it's kind of like they're doing the work for your digestive tract. They're fermenting over this 5 year period these probiotics, feeding them the prebiotics, and ending up with this postbiotic, then gathering that and concentrating it into this paste that makes it easily to be delivered into the intestinal system, but also actually does not contain any probiotics in them.
Well, yeah.
They it,
So I was going to say that this seems to be sort of a paradigm switch, getting away from the notion of, like we can get freeze-dried acidophilus, which has, whatever, millions or billions of organisms, and to repopulate the gut with the beneficial bacteria. Here, the emphasis is not so much on the bacterial replenishment, but in the delivering the postbiotic.
Yes. And so again, it's taking that step out. There's so many things that potentially can interfere with your probiotics in the digestive tract, antibiotics, the GLP-1s, the acid inhibitors, other types of medications, as well as, again, this dysbiosis that can happen with bad bacteria. And so what it's doing again is taking that concentrate and taking those nutrients that you are potentially missing because they are being eliminated out of the body before they get a chance to be made.
Now, ordinarily, you should be able to make those postbiotics. So what's the use case for this kind of pre-packaged sachet of postbiotics? It's for people who may have inadequate fiber in their diet, or dysbiosis, a bad mix of bacteria in their intestinal tract, and they require additional help to replenish the postbiotics.
Yes, there's so many people because of digestive health issues in this country, unfortunately, that their microbiome is out of balance. But adding in the probiotics isn't doing the trick. It's not giving enough to create these postbiotics. And again, sometimes it's because their digestive tract isn't functioning well. they can't eat a lot of the prebiotic fibers, the different vegetables and fruits and things like that could actually help to, again, create these prebiotics to feed the probiotics. So that results in less of the postbiotics. And so this is where particularly, again, people with irritable
Yeah.
bowel, SIBO, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, these kind of instances, people actually, even if they want to eat more fiber,
Hmm.
they can't.
Yeah.
And so this is taking that aspect out of the diet so they don't need the fiber. It's again, these postbiotic metabolites are already created, concentrate and delivering them directly into the intestinal tract and have with rapid absorption.
Hmm. I think that's an interesting point because so often, the basic way to replenish the microbiome and to restore balance is to provide more insoluble fiber. However, as I've learned in clinical practice, and probably you have, there are some patients who have really challenging GI problems where taking a lot of fiber, it backfires. They develop SIBO, small intestine bacterial overgrowth. They have gas, bloating, indigestion, diarrhea, cramping. They're really not responding well to the fiber. So could you construe this as kind of a workaround for those people who are perhaps sensitive to the introduction of massive amounts of fiber?
Absolutely, because again, now it does not contain all this fiber that's going to aggravate the digestive tract. But also, I find a lot of patients that have these continuous digestive issues. Even taking probiotics sometimes is problematic for them.
Mm-hmm.
That they get more excessively gassy or
Yeah.
just loose stools or the other that goes on a lot is the constipation. And so again, doctors tell them, load up on the fiber, load up on the fiber, but they end up more
Yeah, that's
constipated.
actually that's an important point. Let's emphasize that
Yeah.
because I think conventional medicine, go to gastroenterologist. Gastroenterologist tells you to take Metamucil or tells you to take, eat more fiber, eat, have lots of oatmeal, and that's kind of a one-off suggestion that works for, maybe, a certain percentage of people because a lot of people in America are on fiber deficient diets. So the average American who's, just eating French fries and, hot dogs, they're not getting any fiber. So introducing a little fiber helps the digestion. But for a lot of people, you actually can get a paradoxical reaction to adding fiber. You get more constipated.
Yes, or more loose stool.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
And so, what's really cool about this particular formula, essential formulas, they've carefully selected 14 different types of fruits, vegetables, mushrooms, seed bees, and these diverse range of foods. Also add to in this fermentation process that they do. It's kind of like taking almost like a digestive tract outside the body, getting this formulation together, and then again extracting and putting it back in without having all the nasty side effects that can happen
Mm-hmm.
with this excessive amount of fiber. But also, it's the diversity of these different types of nutrients, prebiotics that they're utilizing creates diverse postbiotics.
Mm-hmm.
So again, so many people, even if they're eating a lot of fiber, they're eating, some vegetables, they're eating a very narrow range. And so they're getting a narrow range of postbiotics, or again, these nutrients that are so essential to the body.
So practically speaking, what is it? It comes out of a little sachet, like when you go, to a fast food place, they give you like a little container of mayonnaise or mustard or something. It's like you squeeze it out of a packet and then you take it directly on your tongue or you put it on food or what do you do?
I mean, in the mouth, it tastes good. So,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people that's convenient. Again, one less
So the
pill to
the
have to
taste thing
swallow.
is acceptable. It doesn't taste really yucky.
No. And some people really like it. But, there's always a few people that, they're a little, taste buds are a little bit different. So you can put it in food. You can put it in beverages if you want to. Some people put it in their protein drinks
Hmm.
that they're taking on a regular basis. And a lot of people are doing the creatine
Oh, yeah.
now.
I'm big in
So
that.
again,
Yeah.
or collagen. So
Hmm.
again, you can add this in, and you're building this fantastic nutrient base. The other nice thing about these little sachets, packets, is you can travel with them
Yes.
very easily.
And they don't have to be
And
refrigerated. Yeah.
no. And the other thing that can be really cool about them is that you don't necessarily have to take them every day.
Okay. So it's just
So some
it actually has a healing effect, and it's not like I think the one tends to think of probiotics as something that you need to constantly replenish. But something like this might be, putting this in your gastrointestinal tract might have a healing effect.
Yes, and they particularly produce these postbiotics that are produced are have the essential and fatty acids. And so they help to, again, repair the lining of the digestive tract, as well as, again, to create these different nutrients, particularly, again, the gut brain axis of getting good nutrition up to the brain as well.
Okay, folks, at this point, let's pause and allow one of our sponsors an opportunity to share an important message with you. So here goes. Listen up.
Kids don't just bring home homework, they bring home germs. And those germs don't just stay with them, they spread to the whole household. That's why Clear Nasal Spray was created by a practicing physician to give parents and grandparents peace of mind. You may not think about it, but your nose is filtering out a semi-truck full of air every single day. Clear isn't just another spray. It creates an additional layer of protection in your nose that blocks bacteria and viruses before they can even take hold. Yes, even that virus. Supporting your body's defenses right where germs first try to enter. Clear is a hygiene product recommended for daily use, drug-free, non-drowsy, and safe for all ages. Just a quick spray in the morning and evening helps you cleanse your nose. Don't just hope for protection, create it. Get Clear Nasal Spray, your daily defense. Clear Nasal Spray is available at retailers nationwide and online. Check out xlear.com for our special offers. That's xlear.com.
Thanks for listening, and thanks for supporting our sponsors. They're what make intelligent medicine a continuing free resource to you. And now back to today's guest, Jane Jansen. So this is prepared from in a fermentation process. So what's the difference between the way this is made and the way that Dr. Ahira's essential formula is made? Is it a separate and distinct thing, or is this a byproduct of the fermentation of the Dr. Ahira's kind of something that comes out of that process?
The Dr. O'Hare's original formula is fermented over a 3-year period. The Dr. O'Hare's professional probiotic formula is fermented over a 5-year period. And this is looking at that process. And so, again, you're encapsulating, it's 5 times the strength of a Dr. O'Hare's 5-year fermentation process to end up with these postbiotic metabolites that again, the nice thing about it for people who tend to have taken an antibiotic, and they don't want to take a probiotic right away because the probiotic is going to only be killed right off by the antibiotic. And so now they're dealing with digestive issues. So the nice thing about the postbiotics, the antibiotics can't kill them off.
Right.
There's nothing to kill off. It's the end result. It's the end nutrition.
So if people were to adopt this, is this a one-for-one substitution for Dr. Ahira's, or should people take them simultaneously? You're getting distinct benefits from one versus the other. Because I know that the Dr. Ahira's essential formula, the original and the professional formula, they do contain postbiotics. Is this to sort of to amp up the efficacy of the Dr. Ahira's capsules?
Yes. And I think, you still need probiotics, good probiotics in the digestive tract. They tend to don't stick around for a long period of time, particularly if you have dysbiosis of the digestive tract. So you want to, be replenishing them. And again, if you're taking certain medications or you have certain digestive issues, then again, you want to be replenishing them on a regular basis. With the postbiotic metabolites, this fermented paste, you can take them every day for somebody who has significant digestive issues. But most people, it's usually like 2 or 3 times a week. And so the postbiotics stay in the system longer. And again, sometimes, some people do need to take it a little more frequently, particularly
In the
people
beginning.
who have loose stools, because they're actually losing their postbiotics with every bowel movement.
What's been your experience with that? I mean, you've already added this to your repertoire and your practice, and have you seen some people who failed to respond to ordinary probiotics get better when they add the postbiotic formula?
Yes, that's been astounding to me, is how quickly people are seeing a difference, and that particularly people who have had long ongoing digestive problems, and they have tried all the different probiotics, they've tried adding the fiber, they've tried doing everything that the doctors have, medications, and they're still having significant problems. When they add in the Dr. Ohhira's postbiotic fermented paste, it's easier on the digestive tract, and they see quicker results as far as, again, the healing of the digestive tract. One of my patients actually, 2 years ago, she had a colonoscopy, and the doctor said, "Oh, this is really bad. You have these polyps. You've had some, adenomas in there." They removed it, but they said also the tissue of her digestive tract, the colon, was kind of gray. It didn't have a healthy pinkishness to it. And so they were really concerned. And I think she was like about 84. And so she started taking the Dr. Ohhira's probiotic, and she had a colonoscopy and she was doing better. But when she added in this new postbiotic fermented paste, she went and had it just recently. She called me up just the other day, all excited. The doctor said, "Oh my God, what have you been doing? Your colon, there were no polyps, there were no, anything weird in there, but also the tissue looked healthy and pink, and you look don't need to see you for several years."
Right, indeed. And actually, recently there was a whole series of articles about research showing that people over 75, and I don't want to make a blanket statement, but routine colonoscopy doesn't make that much sense past a certain age, because colon cancers are relatively slow to develop, even in patients who've had adenomas. So there's actually a little bit less of a, unless you have ulcerative colitis or signs of inflammation or really very suspicious adenomas, that's a group of people who probably should avoid it's an ordeal, and there are downsides to colonoscopy as well. So that's just as an aside. All right. Let's talk about the availability of this stuff, because, you can find Dr. Ohhira's products at your local health food store, online retailers, but this is a new edition, and it's definitely going to be available via essentialformulas.com. And you can also find out about retailers near you via essentialformulas.com. You can order direct, I think. And natural health retailers across the U.S. now carry it. Is that your experience as well?
Yes. In fact, I have been surprised how we sell it here at our facility, and how quickly people are, the word is spreading.
Yeah.
Because when people get success and they feel better, particularly when they've been dealing with a digestive problem for such a long period of time, they tell all their friends. And so it's been flying off the shelf.
Well, and I think we have a lot of wonky intelligent medicine lay people listening to this, and they may embrace this, but I also want to suggest to some of the many health professionals who listen to Intelligent Medicine. We have many nutritional chiropractors, and we have a lot of medical nutritionists, registered dietitians, certified nutrition specialists, and other health practitioners who listen to this. This is a new tool in your arsenal. If patients are not responding to simple probiotics, or even if they've tried the Dr. Ahira's product line, the Dr. Ahira's essential formula, we used to suggest that people have serious gastrointestinal problems. They can take 6, 8 Dr. Ahira's essential formula capsules per day. They can up their dosage, but this may be a way to concentrate the benefits of Dr. Ahira's original and professional formulas through these very concentrated sachets.
Yes. And again, they're so easy, and it's actually very cost effective because, again, you don't necessarily have to take it every day. In fact, I usually suggest people start, once, take it once, twice a week and see how you feel with that. And if that's all you need, then stick with that. But the interesting thing is there's a lot of research out there now, in particular, looking at postbiotics and aging process. And they have finding that a lot of people who are older, again, the digestive tract stops functioning as well. They're on all these different medications, and they have decreased amount of postbiotics in their digestive tract, and they tend to age quicker.
Yep.
More inflammation,
Immunosenescence, and a lot of that is driven via the intestinal tract, right?
Yes. And even insulin resistance. They find improvement in insulin resistance using the postbiotic metabolites. So there's a lot they're very excited about. There's a lot of studies now going into how can these postbiotics be so important to the fact of aging in our country.
I want to talk a little bit more about postbiotics, because I think we use that as a blanket term. I want to break it down and talk a little bit about what that mixture is, because it is a very, very diverse mixture of beneficial compounds, and they have multifaceted effects on the gastrointestinal tract, but also throughout the body. So let's break that down for our listeners in part 2. Our expert today is Jane Jansen. Jane is a health practitioner at Tree of Life in New Hampshire. Is that correct?
Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts. I'm sorry. Okay. Somewhere up there in New England. It's all the same to me. It's north of New York, so more on that subject when we return. Once again, the product is Dr. Ahira's Postbiotic Fermented Food Concentrates.